Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Just Bulldogs podcast. Rugby League is back with the Bulldogs coming away 20 points to 14 victors over the West Tigers in the first preseason game of 2025. Bulldogs try scorers were Jack Todd, Ratu Reenakama bagging a double, and Jonathan Sewer, with Blake Taff getting a goal and Cassius Tier getting the other. Tigers try scorers were Heath Mason and Solomona Fatayape getting a double for himself, with Alex Locke getting one goal for the Tigers. Pretty exciting game. A lot of good youngsters getting in the mix in this one for both sides. But very good to see Bulldogs back on the field to kick off our 2025 preseason. Very good game from this one. Starting side was just about our New South Wales Cup team that I'd expect to see this season, with a bit of a spattering of a couple of first graders. A few guys, Bailey Hayward, Sam Hughes, and Jamin Semin, a few guys that have a decent bit of first grade under the belt, as well as Drew Hutchison. But a lot of these guys most likely playing New South Wales Cup, and then a few of them from the SG Ball, Harold Matts, Jersey Flag sides. But yeah, a lot of talent in this side, a lot of future talent for the team. Very good to see. So we kicked off the game, and it was nice and tight for a decent amount of time, going back and forth. The starting side doing very well defensively. Tigers had a fair bit of quality football down our end, really making us work to keep them out, attacking our line, and we done very well to hold them out. And then we had a bit of a breakdown our right side. Jonathan Silver getting down the field when Jack Todd came onto the field, and with his first touch of the ball, showed off his footwork and power running to bust through the Tigers line of crossover for the first try of the game in the 23rd minute. Very good run there from Jack Todd. And then a bit later on, Tigers got their first try in retaliation in the 32nd minute to tie it up, with Heath Mason going over with a bit of a breakdown from our left side defense. Lockie Galvin, the Bulldogs, the Tigers 5'8", fair bit of first grade experience for a young fella. Done very well, especially on those fifth tackle options. When he did take on the line, our winger was dropped back, so it was a bit of a 4-on-3, 4-on-2, and they took advantage of that a couple of times. But in this case, they managed to get a try through Heath Mason, a pretty good looking play from that Tigers side. Our Dogs defense unable to stop him. A player that did shine for us, Ratu Reenakama, getting 2 tries. He was the next try scorer in the 38th minute, but he looked very good with the ball in hand, but some defensive deficiencies in his game. That one a bit tough from that first try for the Tigers, as he did have to drop back for the kick, but they took advantage of that. But there was the try. I think it might have been the Tigers' final try of the game, where he shot out to try to take on the fullback, but couldn't come up with the tackle. I think if he did just hold back and work with his defensive line, they probably could have stopped that pretty comfortably. But he tried to shoot out and make a big play, and just missed his moment to give the Tigers a relatively easy stroll over the line. But good to see the aggressiveness in defense from him. Going out there to have a crack, trying to make his mark on the game, and he did have some pretty good moments. Looks like he's got a future with the Bulldogs. He's a big body, very athletic, fast, good in the air. Just got a few parts of his game to refine, and I think he's definitely got a future in the NRL if he can continue to improve. So Ratu Reenakama, a pretty exciting player in this game. And then the other Bulldogs winger, Jonathan Sewer, got our last try of the game. In the 64th minute, another player. He's in the development side. He has a development contract this year, so he can play from round 1. And right now, with the injuries that the Bulldogs do have at the wing position, it looks like he will be the third winger in line at the moment. The first one off the bench if Blake Wilson or Marcelo Montoya go down. I'll talk about that later on in the podcast, but there's a good chance that we could see Jonathan Sewer early on in the season if anything does go wrong. But another player that did play some pretty good football in this one. I'll run over those 2 guys' stats just while I'm talking about him. Jonathan Sewer played on the NRL app. There's a bit of a mess up. They've got everyone down for 80 minutes, but he got 1 try 17 runs for 187 meters, 56 post contact, 3 tackle breaks, 2 line breaks, 1 offload, 10 tackles, 3 misses, 3 errors as well. So a couple of poor moments in his game. The starting back three, definitely struggled with errors, put us in a few uncomfortable situations, but did do good things with the ball. So happy with the way that Jonathan Stewart played. And then Ratu Renakama, 2 tries in this one, 14 runs for 167 meters, 46 post contact, 5 tackle breaks, 3 line breaks, 4 tackles, 3 misses, and 2 errors for him. But yeah, good to see two young Bulldogs showing off their talent. I definitely think they did some pretty good things in this one. Starting fullback Blake Taff, um, look good with the ball in hand, look fit, look agile. But yeah, another player that had a couple too many errors, forcing a few things coming out of our own end that put us in some tough situations. But he had 14 runs for 128 meters, 36 post contact, 3 tackle breaks, 7 tackles with 1 miss. So yeah, good defensively. He did well to shut down some Tigers breaks that could have turned into points. So done well defensively, just a couple errors and poor passes that he just needs to fix up. But I think he done enough to hold on to his backup fullback role if Connor Tracy does go down. I might go by position. So in the second half, we got to see. Sorry, just trying to find his name. Tay Cochran done very well when he got onto the field. Looked very athletic, good in the air, shut down some kicks that the Tigers were potentially trying to score some points off, and then look good with the ball in hand. Good long body, good at pushing off defenders. He had 7 runs for 59 meters, 6 post contact, 2 tackle breaks, 2 tackles, 1 miss, and no errors. I think he looked good with the ball in hand, and a little bit of ball playing ability, but a player that I'll be pretty excited to see develop. I think he's definitely got a future. If he can get a chance to break into an NRL side, I think he could do some good things, but still a young player. He's got plenty of time to develop his game. Sorry, just go on to the next ones. The starting centers, we had Luke Smith and Danny Gabriel. Luke Smith, 10 runs for 94 meters, 27 post contact, 14 tackles with 3 misses, 0 errors. And then on the other side, Danny Gabriel got a try assist, 6 runs for 53 meters, 20 post contact, 1 line break assist, 17 tackles, 1 miss. So yeah, quality defensive there. So those boys done well without standing out. But yeah, good work from them. The halves, Drew Hutchison in this one. He done well to give the players outside him room with the football. He linked up well with Joey O'Neill a couple of times too. He had 6 runs for 55 meters, 14 post contact, 1 line break assist, 9 tackles, 1 miss. Always strong defensively. 3 kicks for 87 meters. But Joey O'Neill really ran the team around the park in this one. Really took control of the game. So a very good game from him. I was really excited to see how he went, and yeah, it really did look like he took control of this team. Had 10 runs for 57 meters, 6 post contact, 3 tackle breaks, 1 line break, 1 line break assist, 26 tackles with 2 miss, 11 kicks for 282 meters, 2 errors there as well. Couple of moments that really stood out for me. There was 2 times, I think one in each half, where he took the line on and got very close to scoring a try. First one, he got held up just before the line. The second one, he got over the try line, just couldn't get the ball down. And then the no try, where he put Jack Todd through a hole in the middle of the field when Jack Todd threw that long ball over. Just some really silky hands there from Joey O'Neill. So a player that I'm pretty excited for. If he does get a chance in the top grade, I think he'll do some pretty good things with the talent that he will have around him. So if he gets a chance, it'll be very exciting to see how he goes in the top grade. A player that'll definitely be fighting for an opportunity to get there. And I will run over Cassius Tia at the same time, a player that I was pretty excited to see how he went, and he really stood out to me. In this one, come away with a try assist, 2 runs for 12 meters, 2 line break assists, 14 tackles with 2 miss, a 40-20, 5 kicks for 176 meters. He got that one 40-20. He almost got another one as soon as he got on the field that the Tigers just managed to keep inside the field of play. But a very good kicking game from Cassius Tia. He's a very big body as well. So a player that I definitely think could be in the mix for a call up if either of our starting halves go down or get Origin call ups. So it'll be a bit of a battle between Cassius Tia and Joey O'Neill for who's the first one off the block to get a run in the top grade if either of those guys do go down. I think especially the work that they did in defense. Cassius Tia, 14 tackles with 2 missed, and Joey O'Neill, 26 tackles with just 2 missed. Definitely did themselves some favors to potentially get into the run on side for first grade at some point. As I said, the pass from Joey O'Neill to Jack Todd to break down the middle of the field, and then the pass from Cassius Tia, the tip on to Jonathan Sewer to score his try in the left corner, I believe it was. Both showing off some pretty silky hands with pressure in their face. So a couple of guys that I think do have some pretty good futures in the NRL. Hopefully at the Bulldogs, we'll see how it works with Matt Burton really locking down that 6 jersey last year. And then a lot of talent. Toby Sexton currently the Bulldogs 7, Joey O'Neill and Cassius T are performing in this one, but then also Mitch Woods somewhere in the background as well, eventually pushing to get a potential go in the 7 jersey. So a few guys really fighting for that 7 jersey at some point. So I'd be excited to see how they all go when they do get their chance. But players that I do think definitely belong in the NRL at some point in their career. I'll run over the hooker spot first. Bailey Hayward started in this game. Played pretty well. A couple of passes that didn't quite hit the mark, but I think he definitely done some pretty good things. Had 3 runs for 18 meters, 28 tackles, 0 miss. Very good there. That's what we want from him, to be very strong defensively as a smaller body playing in the middle of the field. If he can lock in defense, we know that he's pretty good with the ball in hand and pretty good link man in the middle of the field. And then if Reed Marnie can't go the full 80, I'm very confident that Bailey Hayward can definitely do a job there. So very exciting from him. And then Ruben Moyle rested him for the second half. Moyle in this one, no runs, but sorry, just trying to find it. 15 tackles, 3 miss. So yeah, good from him in relief for Bailey Hayward. So yep, definitely happy with Hayward there. I do think that he'll lock in that 14 role for the Bulldogs NRL side when the time comes. Jamin Simmons started in the lock, a player that was fighting for a spot there, so he's definitely still in the mix. He had 4 runs for 70 meters. Oh, sorry, just lost it. 4 runs for 51 meters, 20 post contact, 25 tackles with 2 miss. So definitely doing good. In defense there is Jamin Simmons. Happy for him there. He'll be fighting throughout the year to try to get that 14 role or to cover for Kurt Mann if he does go down at any point, but hopefully he can stay healthy. Getting into the front rowers, plenty of talk in this game from them. A few guys really standing out. Daniel Saluka-Fafita and Selmy Hughes started in this one. Saluka-Fafita had a very big game, and I was pretty happy with the way that he played. I think he done a lot of good things to potentially get into the run side for the NRL team come round 1. 13 runs for 124 meters, 41 post contact, 1 line break in the first half. Pretty scary sight for that fullback when he got near him. But the big stat, 40 tackles with 0 misses for a big fella. Very, very happy with that. I think he's definitely doing some good things to potentially get into the 17 for the NRL side come round 1. But it is a busy room. A lot of guys really fighting, taking their claim to be in that side, but I definitely do think he did some pretty good things to try to get a spot in that team. Samuel Hughes, his starting partner in this one, 4 runs for 55 meters, 27 post contact, 24 tackles with 0 misses. So also doing some good things there. Not quite as explosive, but just an absolute toiler that rarely puts a foot wrong. And yeah, just very strong to own his spot in the field. So definitely still in the mix to hold on to his starting role in the NRL side. But yeah, definitely plenty of competition. Tom Mamone didn't quite have the game that I was hoping to see from him, but didn't do too much wrong. 9 runs for 83 meters, 34 post contact, 27 tackles with 2 miss. So in his first game with the Bulldogs coming over from Super League, definitely think he'd done some pretty good things there. Next one up, this player definitely was my standout of the game. Jack Todd came on. As soon as he got on the field, we made a break down the right side, Jonathan Silva, and Jack Todd finished it off with some pretty good footwork and a bit of a dummy and run before powering over and scoring the first try of the game. He had 13 runs for 143 meters, 32 post contact, 8 tackle breaks, 2 line breaks, 26 tackles with just 2 missed. Jack Todd looked absolutely fantastic in this game. Silky footwork, good hands as well. Distributed the ball really well for a middle forward, linking up both sides of the field. He's 188 centimeters, 106 kilos, and only 22 years old. So plenty of size about him to go along with his good footwork and ball playing ability. So a player that I'm pretty excited about. Recently signed a contract extension till 2026. So definitely a future for Jack Dodd. Should have debuted last year, but injuries took that opportunity away from him. But I definitely do see him breaking into the side at some point this season. And I think when he does get into the side, it's going to be tough to take him away. He's got a pretty good future with the Bulldogs, I believe Jack Todd does. So very, very good game from him there. He scored the try, but my play of the game was when he took that short ball from Joey O'Neill in the middle of the field in the second half. Put some pretty good footwork on, broke some tackles before throwing a cutout pass to Warwick down the right side. Warwick unable to get the ball down, but yeah, some pretty exciting play from Joey O'Neill and Jack Todd there. So definitely excited to see them get into the side. Zion Ma'uu, his first game with the Bulldogs after coming over from the Warriors. He had 8 runs for 72 meters, 30 post contact, 3 tackle breaks, 16 tackles with 0 missed. So pretty good work from him there. Very big body, done well defensively, no missed tackles, so good to see. I think with the rest of the preseason and a few games of Cup, I think he could be fighting for a spot in the top side. But yeah, I think just a little bit of fitness, a little bit of getting to know our style of play. We'll definitely see him in the mix. And then a player I don't know too much of, Taniela Otukolo. I didn't notice too much until the final set of the game when he absolutely rocked a Tigers attacker, sorry, who could potentially find to cross over the line when they needed it. He had 3 runs for 40 meters, 11 post contact, 1 tackle break, 1 offload, 2 tackles, 0 misses, and oh shoot, sorry, I just missed that. 1 run for 12 meters, 3 post contact, 15 tackles, 0 misses. Sorry, so very good defensively. Didn't do a whole lot with the ball in hand. But that tackle at the end of the game was huge. Absolutely rocked the bloke. So yeah, really showed off there. Got some eyes on him. And then the big one is a couple more players that I didn't see too much on the field. I won't go over too much. I don't have too much to say. But another player, last standout, Jack Underhill. 9 runs for 68 meters, 20 post contact, 1 offload, 21 tackles with just 1 miss. So another player with a big future at the club, signed till 2028. So long-term contract for Jack Underhill. I can definitely see him breaking into the side at some point this season. Might not lock down a spot, but next year definitely a chance for him to be a mainstay in our side. But yeah, plenty of depth in that front row room. So pretty exciting stuff for the Bulldogs. Getting into the back row, Harry Hayes and Lipboy Hotboy started. Harry very consistent. Looked like he got a bit of an injury, nothing too serious, but slowed him down towards the back end of the game. 6 runs for 55 meters, 18 post contact, 1 tackle break, 2 offloads, 25 tackles with just 1 missed. Very nice from Harry Hayes. Very safe player. I think he's more of a middle forward for our NRL side if he ever gets up the call up. But in this one, playing in the back row as well as Lipboy Hotboy, I think he's probably more suited for the middle, but bulked up plenty this offseason. He's looking like a pretty big body currently. He had 8 runs for 70 meters, 23 post contact, 24 tackles with 0 miss. So very good to see those defensive stats from those blokes. But yeah, definitely some pretty good things to see from those players. Logan Spinks, another one, pretty highly touted young fella. Got a chance to run around in this game. 2 runs for 9 meters, 1 post contact. So not too much with the ball, 8 tackles with 1 miss. Didn't get too many opportunities in this one. And then one other player, heard some good things about, not a player that I know too much about, Cooper Toy. Showed some pretty good things out wide, 4 runs for 31 meters, 11 post contact, 1 tackle break, 1 line break assist, 5 tackles, 0 miss. So yeah, definitely some good things there as well. Just scroll through to start, see if there's anything that I missed. No, I think that'll just about do it. But yeah, definitely some pretty good things in this game. Look like the this side of players in a playing some pretty similar roles to we expect to see from our top grade. Very strong defensively. Teams can get to our try line, but once they get there, it's very difficult to break our defense. We had a bit of a lull at one point when the Tigers did score 2 tries in quick succession in the 42nd and 45th minute, both on our left side defense. So a bit of a breakdown there with Solomon Afadeape breaking through in pretty similar situations. So just a couple of things to work on there, but pretty good to see. Go through some of the team stats. We had 45% of possession with 67% completion rate. So not too bad, but definitely need to pick that up a little bit. 181 runs for 1,700 meters, 513 post contact, 9 line breaks, 30 tackle breaks, 151 kick return meters, 5 offloads, so reasonably low in the offloads. 19 kicks for 546 meters. Joey O'Neill really taking control there. But Cassius Tia showing some pretty good things with the boot, getting that 40-20 and getting very close to a second. But tackle stats, that's what we want. 90% tackle efficiency, 430 tackles made with 31 misses. Definitely nice to see in a preseason game. Relatively low missed tackles. Try to cut that down a little bit further, but with the constant substitution, makes it a bit harder to get combinations going. 16 ineffective tackles, 16 errors is reasonably high. So we'll try to limit that as we get closer to the season. 4 penalties conceded, 5 ruck infringements, 1 player put on report. But definitely some pretty good things from our Bulldog side in this one. Pretty exciting to see some of our young players getting a run out in this one. Curious to see how they line up for the next preseason game, whether they throw some more of the first grade side if they go full strength, and then what young players they give a chance to get in the mix with some of them players. A player that I'll definitely be hoping to see, and I know a lot of Bulldogs fans will be, if Mitch Woods gets a chance this week, whether it's with a close to full strength side or if it's with a mix of the younger players once again, but definitely something to look out for. Some breaking news as of today, Monday, day after the game, Jacob Kiraz and Anari Tawala both looking to miss some action at the start of the season. Anari Tawala looks like 10 weeks on the sideline, so going to be tough for him to get a run much at all in the 2025 season. Hopefully he can recover well. But then Jacob Kiraz dealing with some back injuries that ruled him out of playing for Australia in the off season. Sounds like he's going to be struggling to make the start of the season as well. Sounds like he's already ruled out for round 1, but we'll see how long he's out for. And carrying on with the carry on from last season's back injury, not quite coming good. No surgery for him, so a bit of a pain tolerance thing, according to Gus Gould. So hopefully we can see Jacob Kiraz in the side sooner rather than later, but we definitely want it to be healthy when he does come back. So hopefully all goes well for Kiraz. He can have another big season as he did in 2024. So definitely something to keep an eye out for. But yeah, that'll just about do it for this one. Very exciting to see the Bulldogs get back on the field. A lot of our future talent getting a run around. And definitely got to see some good things. But I appreciate everyone for watching, for listening. If you want more content, I put out live content on the Just Bulldogs Instagram page during the games. The stories are pretty active when the game is on. So if you want live updates, make sure to check out at Just Bulldogs on Instagram, my thoughts on what's going on, who's playing well at the time. And then the day after, I try to get some of the key performers, blokes that really stood out, get some posts up about them. If you want to join the conversation, make sure to jump on there at Just Bulldogs on Instagram. Otherwise, make sure to reach out, send me some messages. I can answer some questions or anything. Always like it when when listeners reach out. I like to hear your opinions. Happy to give mine as well. So I appreciate everyone for listening. I'll catch you next time. Bye.